Hey, shalom, Akim. It's your brother Raza Allah from GMS London Camp. First and foremost, want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekachodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and blessings unto the hopeful and sincere elect. Now, you just had the eclipse, solar eclipse, literally 48 hours ago, marking the signs of the times of great judgment and fearful consolations and times of set perils coming upon America, aka Babylon the Great. And now, this bird flu outbreak, which has been lingering for a while now, they're saying that it's basically becoming an epidemic, soon to be a pandemic in the near coming future. Abaratazar, because you know how the CDC and the WHO do. They want to spread these pathogens. I'm going to choose my words lightly because they're going to try and do the medical misinformation and slice brothers. Luckily, more than likely, take brothers' videos down. But Abaratazar, in this case, stays up. But bird flu outbreak in NYC. Animals prompts new health alert. New Yorkers are told to stay away from wildlife. So yeah, and then, this H1. I'll just call it the H1, just for algorithm's sake. The H1 supposed to be non-transmissible between animals and humans, but all of a sudden it is. And they're saying geese, hawks, falcons, and the chicken on the Manhattan have tested positive for the H1. It says residents are being warned to not chase wild birds or to touch their droppings. And then as recently as well, they've been saying about the eggs, chicken eggs, that to get rid of a lot of chickens because of this spreading of this disease. So eggs is off the market right now, or they're going to be extremely high in price. There's going to be inflated prices of people wanting to buy eggs. So that's a no-go, they're saying. But this is beautiful, man. The Lord said that he's going to make the plagues wonderful, man. So these plagues are going to take hold of America, which is modern-day Egypt. And as the Lord said in 2nd Ezra, I'm going to read, the Lord said he's going to plague Egypt as before. The Lord plagued the ancient Hamites, so-called Africans today, in ancient Egypt, with 10 different plagues, man. Plagued them with all kinds of calamities, infestations and all that, the frogs, so on and so forth. Their cattle, the death of the firstborn, which included their cattle as well. The Lord was extremely vengeful upon those Hamites, man. And he's gonna be extremely vengeful upon the modern day Egyptians, which is these so-called white people, man, because America is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. So that bird flu outbreak, our writers are going to take hold of America and spread far and wide and become the new lockdown procedure, I guess. And they're saying that, this H1 or any pestilence that comes after the CV, which was a precursor to the main, pathogen they're going to release out here, is supposed to be 100 times more effective. So, yeah, numbers are going to be dropping in these last days, man. And I'm waiting the time of it. That solar eclipse marked the time of the death and destruction on the horizons, man. Doom and gloom is on the loom, as I did in my last previous sit-down. Meaning doom and destruction is on the rise, man. It's imminent destruction, man. And only the elect, the watchmen of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, watching for these prophecies, while everyone else is out here slumbering and sleeping and being drunk off that Babylonian juice, getting ready to be caught up. Ezekiel 9:4 tells you, man, it's going to be a great slaughter. And I've got Ezekiel 21:9 down to verse 12. I'm going to read and read one or two precepts and close out. And then over here in the UK, across the board, the NHS, the National Health Society, or National Health Hospitals and all that in Great Britain, basically, have been plagued with rats and cockroaches. It says among thousands of pests found at English hospitals. National Health Service, lucky, that's what it means, acronym NHS. But they said that there's been up to 18,000 different incidents They say thousands in certain reports, and other reports they say about 18,000 incidents of rats and cockroaches among thousands of pests found in English hospitals. So the Lord's plaguing this place, man. Them forgers of lies and physicians of value, they're gonna get their up and comings too, man, because they're, the whole NHS system and all that, or organization, is part of the witchcraft of this society, man. And you go into that word sorcery in the book of Revelation, you check out the Greek word for sorcery is pharmakia, which pharmakia goes into all these pharmaceutical companies that these devils incorporate in society with their modern day medicines, man, which are really just poisons, man. It says NHS bosses forced to spend millions on pest control in in decrepit, run-down buildings. Yeah, so this kingdom's falling apart, man. Across the waters, and over here in the UK too, but mainly over there in America, man. That place is, as the scripture says, their gold and silver is cankered, and that word cankered means to rot. So America's through and through, man. It says thousands of pests, including rats, cockroaches, and bed bugs, have been found in NHS hospitals in England. It says as the health service buckles under the rise of the high repair bill, the record high repair bill. So this place is through, man. The Lord's plaguing Egypt, man. He's plaguing that beast system, man, and especially that harlot that sitteth upon many waters, which is all Esau Edom anyway, because this is his kingdom. That red dragon, the red harlot, the harlot in scarlet color and all that represents these so-called white people. So their whole establishment is getting torn down by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, ultimately by a nuclear fire, in the near coming future. But we have to wait for the last major prophecies of the MOT to be made mandatory across the four winds of the earth, and then the third woe will come quickly, very quickly. So this is beautiful, man. Just straight after the solar eclipse, and all hell's about to break loose, as prophesied in the scriptures, man. Time of Jacob's trouble. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 58. It says, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, which is only prescribed to who? The children of Israel. It says, because the Lord said he's not dealt so with any other nation. It says that thou mayest fear the glorious and fearful name, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the Lord thy power. It says, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful. Yeah, wonderful plagues, man. And it's gonna spread. It's gonna go from epi to pan, and it's gonna spread, man. Plagues of the Lord. Even if it's Esau doing it on the left-hand side through the CDC and the WHO and all of that, because he's got his depopulation plans and all of these things in order. Either way, it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He ruleth in the kingdom of men. The heart of the kings is, in the hand of the Lord. It says, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance. Yeah, with that CV, how long did that last? Supposedly 3 years. So this plague's gonna be, long and brutal. Abaratazar until the nuclear missiles hit. It says, and of long continuance and sore sicknesses. It says, and of long continuance. It says, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. So we're in some horrendous, biblical destructive times, man. The Lord's not going to hold back, especially upon the 2/3 and Esau, Edom, and these other wicked ass heathen nations, man. He's going to open up a can of whoop ass on this earth that's never been seen before, man. Daniel 12 tells you it's going to be a time on the earth like never been before since there was a nation. This is at 61. It says, also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, then will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. So that's what's happening right now. The Lord's plaguing modern day Egypt, which is America, and their counterparts too, like Great Britain, because America was birthed out of Great Britain. That mother, that harlot came out of that mother, Great Britain, as it tells you in the book of Jeremiah. Be sorely confounded. So, they're both going to fail. And it's beautiful judgment. Ezekiel 21:9. It says, son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. What is a sword? A sword is a killing instrument. And modern day sword is a gun, but a sword could also be pestilences, anything that basically brings mortality rates, skyrocketing and all that. That's a sword. That's a sword. Ultimately, nuclear missiles is the ultimate sword. But you also got weapons in general, and you got diseases too. They could be used as a sword. So it's been sharpened and also furbished. So it's sharpened to make a sore slaughter. So we're gonna start seeing massacres, man. There's a video just going around viral right now of a woman says she had the dream or whatever, a vision, just after the solar eclipse of a massacre event happening over there in Texas. And funny enough, that new movie Civil War, which I happen to have a glimpse at, the main attacks that was happening in that whole movie was mainly in Texas and California, and somewhere in DC too. But it was mainly Texas and California. She said that woman that had that vision, she said basically the attacks, a massacre happened in Dallas, Texas. And they got a major immigration problem over there at the moment. So, this is a recipe for disaster, as I did in one sit down as well. It's a recipe for disaster, man. Esau's not going to let a crisis go to waste. So the Lord going to, make sure there's going to be a slaughter, or 2/3 are going to get slaughtered out here in the time of Jacob's trouble. It says it is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Yeah, should be the spirit of, the mirthdom and folly when all hell is about to break loose. It says, in contempt the rod of my son is every tree, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished, and to give it into the hand of the slayer. And who's the ultimate slayer on the earth right now? On the left-hand side of the Lord, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. His blessing is of the sword. And as I said, the modern-day sword is the gun, but you can also use, these plagues, these diseases as a sword, man, to kill people, man, to slay people. And Esau's known as the slayer. So the Lord's going to let Esau let rip on you 2/3, man, in the states of America and worldwide too. Jake's scattered. But over there in America, that's going to become a kill zone for Jake, man, 2/3. The Lord going to put a cold spirit on Esau. He already got a cold spirit on his devil ass, but he's going to make it even colder, man, where he's going to be sparing none. There's going to be massacres happening, especially over there in the States. It's going to be massacres, man. The Lord going to really thin the herd in these last days. Verse 12, it says, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Yeah, the 2/3, the rebellious seed, man. It says, terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh. So, shit's about to go off. The Lord is not playing, man, because these niggas is rebellious as hell. They didn't want to return unto the Lord. They fanned their hand, when the Lord was, being, showing mercy, and they refused to return. So now they're gonna, the same shall know it by death by pain, as it says in 2 Ezra the 9th chapter. 2/3, man, the ones that loathe the Lord's law, took it for a joke. It says 2/3, 2 Ezra 15, and I'll start from 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And these diseases are definitely part of the protocol of bringing mass death. It says, for the wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Yeah, that's why you started seeing those constellations in the heavens, the celestial bodies known as the sun and the moon, showing different signs in the heaven, blood moons and solar eclipses, marking that the Lord's about to bring major judgment on America, man. It's been scopayoed, man. It's been marked for destruction. The 8th head that shall go into perdition. And anyone that's down with America, holding hands with this damn devil, they're gonna go down with it. Anyone that's hoping, as it tells you, they're gonna fail altogether. So therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more, as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things which they have wickedly exercised themselves. All the vain philosophies of Esau, eating that fornication in that cup, the alphabetisms and all that other demonic shit that they're pushing out there. That's part of the heresies and the wickedness of Babylon the Great. So behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, And the souls of the just complain continually, yeah. The men that sigh and cry for the abominations that's done in the midst thereof. And that's only a chosen few, known as the elect, small sanctuary. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which modern day Egypt is talking about America. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Yeah, so all these pestilences, all these diseases, those are part of the plagues as before. And the Lord said there's things that are not even written in the book he's going to be plaguing these people with, like the H1, you know. It says, and will destroy all the land thereof. So the Lord's not playing, man. These people are going to start feeling the ban, literally, very soon. But before the ban comes, the ultimate ban from the ICBM missiles, the Lord going to open up a can of whoop ass on this earth like never seen before, man, as I said earlier. And these people are going to feel it, man. Especially the 2/3, man. It's gonna be bloody and gory. It's gonna be looking like some Resident Evil type movie. All these dead bodies lying everywhere. Even in that movie, new movie Civil War, there's a, spoiler alert. In the first 5 minutes, there's a major explosion basically, and all you see is just bits of bodies just lying everywhere. Something like you will see in Gaza, in one of them Gaza Strip videos, when they do them car bomb attacks and stuff of that nature, and people get killed in the midst of it. They show you basically bodies just decapitated, and arms and legs in one corner and the rest of their body, their torso in another corner, blood and gore. So it's going to be like that in these last days. Guts and gore is going to be in the streets of America, man. And the Lord said their body's going to smell like the dung hills. Let me get that precept and close out 2 Ezra 16, and then I'll close out. It's going to get gory out here. These people are going to start dropping dead in major numbers, man. It's the judgment of the Lord on their wicked asses, man. And all praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for that, man, because this is what we've been patiently waiting for. This is a part of the patience and the faith of the saints, man, to see the judgment of the Lord upon the wicked, and that includes the 2/3 as well. These deranged beings out here, these rebellious seeds. 2 Ezra 16 and 70 says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. It says they shall be like madmen sparing none. This is talking about Esau Edom and his martial law troops. That's when he's really going to show his horns, man. This is but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. This is for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. It says, then shall it be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Yeah, the elect. Because they're not going to get caught up in, all this destruction. They're going to be delivered from the set perils, but we're going to witness it. Because, that's the terror of the Lord, And that's why it's supposed to fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai more than anything. That's supposed to be our treasure, like it tells you in Isaiah, the 33rd chapter, man. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. But, these people out here are proud and rebellious, so they're going to feel it, man. They're going to feel the wrath of the Lord like never before. Let me just jump down. Let me jump up, actually. No, done. Let me just jump to verse 17, I think it is. Let me read that. Yeah, verse 17 says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Like that woman that had that vision of that massacre attack in Dallas. This is the same thing Ezra saw in his visions. It was even more potency, man, more potent and more on point. It was actual prophecies that was coming to pass. Future prophecies that was going to come to pass. He saw it, man, he witnessed it. It made him sick. He made most of the prophets, when they saw these things, they made them sick to their stomach, man. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. It says the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Yeah. And if you ain't got your Yahweh Hashem Yahushai on your mind or in your sights, Or you got that dawah, that spiritual mark, that dawah, you know, that exemption from judgment written in your forehead. You're going to be pissed. You're going to be out there for the wolves to tear, man. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. It says, but for all these, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Yeah, these people out here, they live in ignorance, man. They don't understand that solar eclipses and all these things ain't just celestial, you know, signs in the sky for entertainment. They're there for a sign of times on the earth, whether it's going to be good or bad. And right now it's bad. It's evil multiplying on the earth, man. You know, people out there celebrating the eclipse, all screaming and shouting, like to say it's a good thing. That's an omen. An omen's that's a sign, but a bad sign of destruction that's on its way, imminent death and destruction. You know, it says, for many, verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. So look forward to more famines, man. You see all these bridge calamities that are happening, you know, crashing the cargoes into the bridges and so on and so forth. And, you know, blockades and all these different things that are happening. You know, that's going to lead to major famines, man. You know, it says, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. The modern day sword is the gun. You know, it says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung. Just like in that movie Civil War, you see it, there's just bodies lying everywhere. You know, pieces of bodies lying everywhere, man. Fragments, splattered, you know. It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. Yeah, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Yep, the Lord is going to bring some serious judgment and destruction to the shores of America, man. And if you ain't part of the Lord's elect, man, you are fucked, man. You are capital F fucked, put it that way. You know, because all Israel is not of Israel. So you know, this is why you're supposed to send up them prayers, man. Pray without ceasing, and fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Stop playing with His word, man. Stop tempting the Lord, because He will do it, man, and He's gonna do it. You know, no diddy. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna close out. Give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakach Wadash, and Shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect. Gird up, Akim. Gird up.